Hello everyone, Devo here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a small guide on my television that I had crafted. I'm going to do it primarily by first deconstructing it in front of your eyes and then reconstructing it. It is quite simple to build. Now, what you will need are 4 beams of any color, a window of your preferred shape, and a small table or platform of some kind, right? I used a small wooden table here for mine. Now, to deconstruct it, first, like I mentioned, you're going to need 4 beams. So all around the television, I have 4 beams that kind of form the frame. And once the frame is gone, this should be fairly obvious how I did this. So we have the small wooden table, move that out the way. This is just a large window that I have scaled to 200% in size, and I have put on a wall. The things that I have my television set are obviously not required. You could leave it blank, you could have your own stuff inside of it, but this I believe is made from Draenor tailoring. This is a rug that I dyed yellow for the sun. This is from our street lamp or street post. We have an outhouse and we have some flowers. The only thing you should keep in mind for whatever items you can and can't put in your television set, at least using this build, would be the size of which they can scale. Not every item can scale to the same dimensions to be able to fit in this little area. That being said, if you could find you could obviously turn the television sideways and have like a widescreen display going. You just have to find a way to either incorporate this crossbar into your television, or you'd have to find something to cover up this side and you'd have a slightly wider screen on this side, if that makes sense. I just went for the vertical layout because it just naturally divides it for me. Okay, so obviously once you have your window created, even before that, you just you put a small wooden table beneath it. I like it for the drawers. Obviously this is also optional. You could just put the frame like I could just do this. I would still have to come by and I'd have to come back through and I would have to find a way to block off the bottom clearly. But you could cover that with any number of things. It doesn't have to be this wooden table, right? I like it for the dresser. I did change the window I was using recently. I was using a Horde window previously, but the Horde window had a spike in the middle, which I was kind of just using as a fence post. But I've discovered that this window does a lot better. What window was it? I believe it was this iron reinforced window. Yeah, that's the one I used. It's the iron reinforced window. This window, the iron studded window, could also work, and I do think that the top screen is a little bit wider, but as I mentioned, it just has that little spike coming up through it, so you can make it work in the same way I made this window work. But that is all there is to it. I hope you found this guide helpful and can use it and take it in your own builds. Have a great rest of your day. Devo out.